like start mark. So whenever we start, that's when we start, and we fucking started, and we're fucking here.
Okay. Down.
I know, just like that. Quick, fast, like audio push. So it's finally happening. The moment is now, and now is the moment. It fucking finally happened. I've been going through life to where I've had to postpone. You've been going through life to where you had to postpone. But life is gonna always life, and now we're fucking finally here.
We're finally here.
Yo,
I was like, I cannot put this off another day. We're not putting this off again.
Hey, you know, I'm a universe energy guy. Everything happened for a reason, and the reason that this is happening is because it was supposed to happen, and it already fucking happened.
Yeah.
But now man, let me shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
Let me shut up. We about to
was
get
kind
into
of
this
crazy.
intro. Let's get this intro. Let's get the intro. Oh, come on. Come on.
I be dancing like I got drink in my cup. It's water. I get excited about some damn water. This
Yeah.
water is good.
Good.
Some good ass water.
Good. Yeah. That's exactly what we're doing. Hold on, let me turn that up. What are we doing?
Hey.
What are we doing?
We about to take off.
We taking off. This beat is nasty.
Oh yeah, shout out to Danny Sedano.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another beautiful edition of the Realquicctho Podcast. All right, this lady right here, she is one of the biggest supporters in the 805, specifically for our Black queen. Okay, she is a true artist, a writer, a singer, a rapper. Do you listen to?
Musician.
Because we take off. She's a munition. Fuck, don't listen to me. She's a musician. She's black and Filipino. She's 5 foot nothing.
I don't even think I'm 5 foot.
All right, she's 4'9". I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to give a nice, warm, beautiful welcome to my homegirl, Jay Lynn, y'all. Woo!
What's up, Jay Lynn in the building?
Thank you so much for pulling up. It's about time. We did it.
I got to meet the fam bam.
Real quick though, give them the name of this track right here. Give them the name of this track.
This is called We Take Off, and it was produced by Danny Sedano, and it's also featuring Mr. Hamtown.
When I play this shit in my car, the ground be shaking.
Oh yeah, it definitely got a lot of bass. That bass kicking, and it felt good. And Danny Sedano, he's actually really great at that. How I met him a long time ago, actually, in Cathedral City. I was invited to go to this reggae show, and it's actually kind of funny. Before I was invited to the reggae show that day, I had made the decision to be more humble. So when...
Wait.
I used to be bougie as hell. I was Pepita's nice pinky in the fucking air.
No. You said you met him and you made the conscious decision to be humble?
Yeah, before I even met him. So before I was invited to the reggae show, I don't know, that day I just woke up and I decided I wanted to be more humble. I wanted to be more humble in my appearance. I just wanted to... I don't know. I just needed some kind of... I was yearning for some sort of connection. And then I got hit up by a friend of mine, Eduardo, which I know. He's an artist. I know him from College of the Desert. So, you know, he came with... which is my ex now. He came with Israel, who passed away in 2021. Rest in peace, Israel.
R.I.P.
They came and picked me up. I remember Israel was driving this white Cadillac, and Eduardo was in the passenger seat, and they had a dog named Marley in the back. So I was like, let's go down the street. Let's go get a pack of beer. You know, so I went to go
Sound
get
like
a
my type of party.
I was like, let's get a pack of beer. And
yeah.
So, you know, when Eduardo said that, oh, yeah, it's going to be a reggae band, of course, I'm thinking it's going to be like, you know, some Jamaicans, you know. So
yeah.
I get there, we get to somebody's house, and the band's about to start, and apparently Eduardo had told me that Israel was one of the lead singers of the band, but I guess my brain didn't register it at the time when they picked me up. So I completely, whatever, that went out my brain. It went in one ear and out the other. We get there. And again, my whole journey was about humbling myself. So I went with no makeup. I went with my natural hair. And then I remember this was at a time where I don't drink beer. I only drink cocktails, fancy ass drinks.
She fancy too.
You know, we could be this
My lady
nice
don't
over
drink
here.
beer either. She don't drink beer either. I don't drink. I didn't drink Coronas. Hey, but not real quick though. Let me stop you though, because I don't want to speed past anything. Okay.
Okay.
What? I want to know how you were before the humbleness. Like, talk that shit.
I was very bitchy, cocky, very bossy.
Was it for a good reason?
I mean, I guess you can say it was, because it definitely got me promoted into manager levels. You know, I guess managers saw like, damn,
Yeah.
she's like putting the business down. But
Yeah.
now that I kind of rewind back, I realized some people were not able to handle that kind of pressure. You
Boom.
know?
Okay, I gotta stop you because I mean, I know you've done this before, but you like pass all the good shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stop. I know everybody don't want to see me. They want to see you. So, but this is gonna make for good shit. So, I'll speak for all real men when they say they love real bitches. Okay, because just hear me out. Hear me out. Real bitches get shit done. There's a difference between I'm about to holler at these bitches, and then there's that's a real one right there. Bitches are in everybody else's business. Real bitches handle their goddamn business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I guess it's just in my nature. I'm a Capricorn. I'm just really bossy. And at the time when I was working in Fairfield, I was working at Pizza Hut. And this is something that I still look back on, you know, to this day. I remember I was trying to tell this guy how to cut the pizza, what he needed to do. And I can still remember him just kind of like anytime I was going to go up to him, I can clearly see that he was like, you know, and sometimes I face that in my relationships, you know, like I kind of have to pump the brakes in my relationship because I tend to be a little bossy.
No. No. So in order for a man to handle, I'm not even going to say bitch no more. In order for a man to handle a woman that knows what she wants and has her shit together, he better be on the same shit. Because my girl was on the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Because she hasn't really dealt with somebody of this motherfucking caliber. Okay.
I guess I have to separate the work from my relationship.
Oh, 1,000%.
Because I noticed that what happened in a past relationship is I'm so hardworking that I'm used to problem solving in my job. So when, you know, it's a problem, we gonna fix this shit. So I was trying to look at my relationships in the same way. I'm like, okay, it's a problem. Let's fix this. And instead of like quitting, like you don't quit a job just because you can't solve some shit.
Right.
You gonna get the shit figured out. I kept putting myself back into this toxic cycle with this person, and we were bringing out the worst in each other, you know?
Okay. Don't ever treat your man like he's a client. And vice versa. Men, don't treat your woman like she's a client. It doesn't, like you said, you got to learn how to differentiate. Separate.
You have to learn how to differentiate the different types of
relationships. You got
exactly.
work relationships. You got personal relationships.
And it boils down to compatibility. So
there
how are you compatible?
To be a balance. Okay? There has to be a balance. There has to be some compromise. There has to be, or else it won't work. Okay?
Or sometimes it's just not going to work in some relationships.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. Like I tell people all the time, there was nothing wrong with this person and there was nothing wrong with me. It's just that we were both very strong. He was chlorine and I was ammonia. And when you put those two things together, it creates some toxic ass gas.
Yikes.
It's not just toxic for, you know, the people in the relationship, but it's also toxic to the people around them.
Yeah, big time. Families get involved, friends get involved.
Right.
I don't want to take sides, but
you know
I'm taking your side.
But yeah, so it just gets kind of crazy, and I had to learn that the hard way, that every relationship with people is gonna be a different type of compatibility, and you cannot force a compatibility.
Nope.
Like sometimes people, they try to force a romantic or intimate relationship, or they try to force marriage, or they try to force being lovers, when that's not what that relationship is. That relationship was a friendship, and that's what it should have stayed. Or that relationship was business, or people try to force business relationships. And it's like, no, that was made for a friendship. This was made for, a lover relationship. So it boils down to compatibility.
Big time. So I had no intentions on going this way. And if I did, it was later on in the pod. But I'm going to say this. The first thing that has to be understood in any relationship, any friendship, any situationship is the understanding.
And you have to know, like, I feel like the best way to understand that is you got to know yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got it. Like you said, you know what you want. You know what you want.
Yeah, but I don't know if dudes do this, but I know sometimes females do this. They know what they want, but then they also create an illusion of what they want.
Yes.
And they create this like illusion of expectations.
1000%.
And then half the time, these women aren't even meeting the expectations for themselves. They don't even have expectations for their own selves. They're not taking care of themselves. They're not taking care of their health.
You the man, you're supposed to do that.
You know what I'm saying? They put all these expectations for their partners
because you the man.
But then when it comes to them, they can't even meet their own goals.
Nope.
So it's like, if you can't even meet your own goals or things that you said that you were going to do for yourself, then how can I even trust you?
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? You're giving somebody else expectations, but you have nothing for yourself.
Word up.
And it always has to start, with yourself. So when you start having that understanding, then your relationships with other people.
One-way streets don't work, people. Okay? So on a lighter note, we're going to get to this music.
Let's get back
and then we're going to get into the energy shit, because I love that shit. I knew it was going to kind of go somewhere like that. I didn't know it was going to go that fast because, like I said in the beginning of the show. Hey, what is that? What is that? Who's making that noise over there? Yeah, who is that? Stop it. Stop it. You're confusing me. Anyway, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Daddy duties. I want to get to the music. We're going to start light, and then we're going to get heavy, and then we're going to end light.
All right, let's do it.
Music.
Okay.
That's you.
Yes.
Singer, rapper. You produce your own shit. I've literally watched you create a beat on your own. And did I watch you perform at Black in Business?
No, I did not perform.
Okay, so you were there supporting.
I was emceeing.
Okay.
I actually put the entertainment together.
Shout out to Black in Business.
Yeah, shout out to Black in Business. Actually, it was at the Women's Day event that Plant-Based Plates 805 and
Lumpia was there. Yeah.
And that's another business that I have too. I actually do sell lumpia myself.
We're going to get there.
We're going to get there, though.
We're going to get there. So, music. I want to know if you remember the very first rhyme you ever written.
Oh, yes. Actually, I wrote it when I was like 12, 13 years old. It was something along the lines of, "For real, nigga, the realest killer." I gotta.
You said 12?
Yeah, for real, nigga.
You killing niggas at 12 years old?
I gotta get, and I'm still smoking on the Skrilla. I got the butter, hit you up and make it bounce like rubber. It was something along those lines. It was 12. A while ago. Yeah.
12,
I used to, when I was younger, I used to want to be the youngest rapper alive. But then, Master P's son beat me to that shit. So whatever.
Little Bow Wow. Crisscross.
Little Bow Wow beat me to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bobby.
It's okay.
Well, he was more like R&B. He wasn't like singing or rapping. He was, Bobby, Bobby Brown.
When it came to music at that time, 12, 13 years old, I really try to force myself to write rhymes. I didn't like how my rhymes were coming out, I used to try to freestyle, but for some reason I kept getting words entangled from Ghetto Superstar into my lyrics. So I noticed that I was picking up words. Shout out to the wifey.
Yeah.
I noticed that I was picking
up words.
She
bougie superstar though.
She bougie superstar. I was picking up words from, you know, songs that I guess I was familiar with, music that I had listened to. And then for a while, I would say in like 6th, 7th grade, I used to listen to a lot of Lil Wayne, a lot of the Young Money Millionaire when they first came out.
Right. Okay.
That's like back in the Master P days too.
That's leading up to my next question.
I used to listen to a lot of Lil Wayne, Big Timers, actually, to be specific.
That was my shit.
You know,
House real big,
I had it
car
right.
real
I
big,
had it.
dick real big, everything real big, rims real big, pockets real big.
I
all
used
that
to have
shit.
a little Discman. You know, you put a little CD in there.
Yep.
It was the anti-scratch. So
Yeah,
you know what
anti-scratch, anti-shock. You can smack that
put
shit and it
shit
won't
in
skip.
your pocket. Right, that shit is not gonna
I
skip.
remember that shit. Put them in the Echo, put the cargo
Right,
jorts.
right.
Y'all know about the jorts.
Y'all know about shoot.
The jorts. Shit.
I remember I used to listen to that and visualize myself on stage rapping whatever they were rapping, and just millions of people. And I feel like this is gonna get back into manifestation, you know. And
it already happened already.
So the visualization, this shit really works. You know, I was doing this unconsciously as a child, like imagining myself on stage, rocking a stage with thousands of people watching, and I've already manifested that goal back in 2014. So
you know what's crazy? I still have my rhyme books from like 9 years old.
I still have my art books, my sketchbooks.
You draw too?
Yeah, and I paint. Yeah. That's actually...
So if I said recreate this and put a J Lynn spin on it, oh, that's a fucking bar right there. The J Lynn spin. This is yours for free. You know what I mean? My gift to you. The J Lynn spin.
Yeah, right. He gonna hit me up like when I hit that money, he gonna be like, I'm gonna need my 20%.
Oh shit. All right, look. I already forgot what I done said. But okay, so you started writing when you were 12. Mm-hmm. Okay. When was the first time you were like behind the mic with the headphones on, like a studio session?
Oh, snap. So the first time that I was in a studio session was in Palm Springs.
Damn, that's fucking far.
Was in Palm Springs, and it was with my homeboy JC and my other homeboy Omar. Shout out to JC and Omar. Omar, he's got the Make Your Thoughts Happen, Mythed Out, you know, the myth. MYTH.
Yeah,
and
all that.
We used to just get it in, and we would go to the studio, and that was the first time that I ever I would just be around a bunch of dudes, and I would be writing rhymes and like going hard, sometimes harder than some of these dudes.
That's what I was about to ask you. How many times have you stole a dude's song? Like you was a feature on the song and you fucking took that shit.
And I ended up taking the song, you know, and I can, you know, I mean, but it's all, at the end of the day, it's not even about competition. It's really about like coming together and allowing, you know, each other's talents to just really pop. And so that's when it went down. But as far as like really taking my music serious, Israel Acosta actually kind of inspired that, who was, again, rest in peace, somebody that I was introduced to by my friend Eduardo. Israel was in a reggae band, and that's actually how I met him that night that I decided to humble myself. Mm-hmm. And
so what did he like stun on you? It was like,
no, so this is actually the craziest part, and something that I actually really respected. And the reason why I was attracted to Israel is because, you know, we pull up to the spot, and of course I was like the only female there. And as soon as I get out of the car, it's like a group of guys, like coming out like, oh, hey, what's up? You know,
typical,
it's like fucking fresh meat, typical, you know, typical nigga shit.
Yeah. Hey, watch me. I'll bet, homie. Hey, watch me. Hey, what's up, girl?
No, it was like to the point where like these dudes was like smelling me like,
whoa,
you smell good,
whoa,
you know?
whoa, man. Hold on, real quick though. Don't do that.
Don't do that shit.
Don't do that.
That shit make your
That's
ass
not
look thirsty
that's
as
not
fuck.
cute, fellas. They was taking whiffs out of you like,
They was like, oh, you smell good. You smell like coconuts. And I'm like,
man, back up, man.
you know, and at first, like, I mean, I guess with any girl,
Nasty niggas.
It'll either make them feel uncomfortable or, you know, some girls, they fucking feed off of that type of energy. But I wasn't really focused on that energy. I can feel somebody staring at me from far.
Yeah, I know what that feels like.
And I was like,
it feels like
I started feeling kind of like not uncomfortable, but I feel like maybe that person was feeling uncomfortable for me. And he was like, all right, you guys, you know, and it ended up being Israel. So he was just in the background. He wasn't in these group of guys that was, you know, so
yeah,
that was one thing that stuck out to me about Israel.
That's fly though. Because
yeah.
I mean, I've had plenty of experiences like that where it's like, I know he's not trying to get at me, but this motherfucker over there, he making me feel sticky. I don't like it.
No, actually, I felt very like safe at the moment because he was trying to make sure that I was feeling comfortable, and he was kind of like seeing like, what the fuck, you guys? This is not how we get down around here, you know.
Tighten up. Act like act like you've been here before, please. You're making me look crazy because you know that's called being guilty by association.
Right. So we ended up, you know, chilling out. We busted out the beers, and so I had a beer, and the music started playing. I would say I was probably like my third beer in, and this is the first time that I've actually like heard live music, and man,
sounds crazy, huh?
I fucking felt like I was being serenaded for one. Yeah. Like
by
I was just
every instrument.
Man, every single instrument. The drums were keeping the beat. The bass was really bringing the soul into the music, and then the lyrics. The lyrics were really speaking to me, and I was really having like a spiritual moment at that time. Anyways,
and this was just off beer.
I mean, this was just off of beer. Okay. I mean, we were smoking some weed too.
There we go.
You know
okay. This beer made you like, dude, you want to fucking party, man? Fucking Ace Pineapple, bro. Fucking mango, man. Yeah, man. I don't know this song, but I fucking love this fucking song, man.
I'm definitely a diehard pothead. I love to smoke. But yeah, like we ended up talking, and I didn't realize that. Again, I didn't realize this at the time that Israel was the lead singer, because when you are a new person in a group full of people, you don't really recognize everybody's face, but everybody's going to recognize you because they're already familiar with everybody's face. So I haven't like familiarized myself with everybody yet. And me and Israel ended up talking, and we had a bomb ass conversation. He's like, oh yeah, I got to get back to, you know, rehearsing. So it was just basically a rehearsal for them, and they were just practicing. He gets back to, you know, making the music. And then after they were done rehearsing, we came back into the mix and started talking, and we just like really clicked. And of all of the things we decided to discuss was the Bible. So we just like instantly hit it off with spirituality. Do you know what your name means? Of course he knows what his fucking name means.
We doing all that. Yeah, okay.
So we got
Ancestry.com before it was cool. Okay, I see what we do.
We got into like a real conversation. We started talking about the Bible. I started bringing up things about the nation of 5%, the 5%ers. If you never heard of the 5%ers, look them up. They're very interesting. Erica Badu is a 5%er. I know she sprinkles in that knowledge. The Roots, Common, a lot of cats from the East Coast, KRS-One, they drop a lot of 5%
KRS-One is a beast.
And we were having these discussions. We even started talking about Islam, Christianity.
Okay, wait, real quick though. Let me stop you right there. So, are you religious then?
I'm not religious.
Okay, there we go. I might be a fucking 5% or two.
I'm not religious. I'll definitely say I'm spiritual, and I mean, I don't know what person is not spiritual. You know, I feel like everybody to some degree.
I'm spiritual. My spirituality is crazy.
Right.
People look at me when I'm crazy. When I deep dive into my spirituality, people think I'm crazy.
You be going off the deep end.
Yeah, they think I'm blasphemous, and it's like, this is why I tell people, I'm a God, but not just me. You're a God too.
All of us, we
You
all
know what I
create.
mean?
We all create a God body, and I feel like I kind of had this conversation with a homegirl of mine who does not agree with people being called gods and goddesses.
That's everybody. That's a lot of people that I run into.
It's a great attitude to have when you're humbling yourself. I understand where she's coming from, because a lot of times people do get a little egotistical and they're really not embodying that God and that goddess within them. However, if you are a part of a God body, if you believe in God, then you're either a God or you're a Cancer.
Like,
to that God body.
Right.
So which one is it? You're either a parasite to that God body or you are a God within that God body. So it's like,
my whole thing is, I can't call me a God. I'm not allowed to call myself a God. I'm not allowed to call you a God. I'm not allowed to say that we are gods within ourselves. But you believe that we are created from the image of God.
I see it like this.
know?
I see it like atoms. We're like atoms. And atoms are so small, so microscopic. You cannot see it with the naked eye, right?
Right.
And an atom to you may seem like it ain't nothing. We are full of atoms. You're full of atoms. You're made of atoms. I'm made of atoms. As air is made of atoms. However, if you take that one atom and you try to split it,
good luck.
You create a nuclear bomb. And that's powerful within itself. That one atom.
Something so small can create something
so
big.
Small. So that right there to me is a form of God also, just like we are. And we are made up of millions of these atoms. So that just goes to show how much power we do have within us, outside of us, and that we are a part of. I don't know.
No, I'm with you because society says that we're small, we're insignificant, we don't matter. You know what I mean? The universe is millions and billions and trillions and quadrillions and fucking whatever. And then we're just these little beings that don't even fucking matter.
Okay, to that extent, I would say that when we are one person by ourselves, like a grain of sand, you just have one grain of sand. No, it's not going to be powerful. So no, we're not powerful by ourselves, but collectively we are. Just like a grain of sand. You fill up a fucking plastic bag full of sand. That shit's going to be heavy as fuck.
It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt.
You know, there's power in numbers.
This is my thing, right? People are dumb as hell. Mm-hmm. The individual, though, might have some common sense.
That goes back to the nation of 5%.
See?
So that's when we get back into 85% of the population is dumb, deaf, and blind. And then there is 10% of the population that's not. However, they're controlling the 85% of the population. And then there is 5% of the population that know what's going on. However, they're more poverty stricken. And that's what the nation of 5% is. But their gift, they know how to get this knowledge out through their gifts. And that's what they do. And that's the reason why there's artists like KRS-One, The Roots, because there's a few. Yeah, there's a lot more than people think. There is a lot. And there's a lot of people, they don't talk about it. They just embody it.
All right. Society question for you, okay?
Yes.
Society trick question. It's 2 in 1. Did you rush to the Popeye's chicken sandwich and did you put them stupid ass red boots on?
I've never had a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I don't follow trends. I don't know. Like and me. I'm not really onto fast food.
I'll be late to shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look, don't get me wrong. Not to say I won't ever have a Popeye's chicken sandwich and that shit'll smack. Who knows? That shit might be 2 years from now. I don't know, but you know.
I had my first Popeyes. I had my Popeyes chicken sandwich late.
Was it fire?
I mean, yeah, it was.
Damn.
Good. It was good, but it wasn't good enough for me to run people down with the car. You know, it's Popeye. When is Popeyes nasty? I dare anybody.
Is pretty fire. You know, I really like Popeye's red beans and rice.
That's what I'm saying. I dare anybody. When is Popeyes ever nasty? When is Popeyes ever nasty? I challenge anybody to be like, yeah.
When it's cockroaches in the kitchen.
Oh shit! You went to a Popeyes with roaches?
I'm pretty sure that the one that was on Gonzalez had roaches in it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hey, if y'all still want to sponsor Realquicctho Podcast, send some red beans and rice over here.
I might be wrong. Yeah, this is not endorsed.
I hope so, because I had a couple of... Woo! All right.
I did read an article, though. I don't think it was the one that was on Gonzalez, but I did read an article about a Popeyes having rats and roaches, though.
Oh, man. Damn.
I don't know if it was the one on Gonzalez, but you know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt to Google it.
It be like that sometimes. Look, I put it like this. If you don't got rats and roaches in your shit, if you don't have, you know what I mean? That just means you don't got real food in there.
You know what? That's actually a really good point. I used to drop my food on purpose to see if the ants would go to it.
And if the ants don't go to it,
if the ants don't
nasty.
go to it, then I'm dumping it. So that means that if I drop an apple or if I put a strawberry on the ground and the ants go around that shit, I'm not eating that shit either. That shit's going in the trash because it's not real. That shit is full of GMOs. If the ants ain't fucking with it, I ain't fucking with it either.
Yeah, if a roach run up to a piece of cheese that I dropped on the floor, he's like, never mind. Yeah, never mind. If he ain't gonna eat it or she ain't gonna eat it, I ain't gonna eat it.
I ain't touching it. I'm good.
Hey, all right. Hey, fucking weird ass twist, weird ass turn. You know how we're going through this whole trans thing? You think animals be trying to go through that shit? Like, what if your dog? Like, what if my little kitty cat? He's a boy, but what if he's all like, but I'm really a girl? You think animals be having thoughts like that? This is some high ass shit, but I'm just,
I mean,
I'm just spitballing.
I don't think so because I know animals have emotion, but I don't think animals have the same type of intelligence that we do.
Honestly, I think they smarter than us.
I do feel that, especially
to an extent,
especially on an emotional level. You know what I'm saying? Like
they're way more in tune with the earth, the vibrations. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not signing contracts or no. I'm about to go off.
They out here
you about
living.
To have me go off
they
on
out
some
here
shit.
living rent free, and look at us paying rent to go.
You about to have
somewhere.
me go off. I wanted to talk music and performing and you know what I mean and shit, and we over here talking about fucking cockroaches, fucking applying for loans and shit. I don't know.
So to get back on the music tip.
Okay, so to get back on the music tip, right? What was the name of the first album and how long did it take you to create it?
My first album?
Yeah.
So I haven't even dropped an album yet. And I'm still working on 2 albums at the moment. So the first album I was going to drop is actually going to be, it's all inspired by my guitar. So all of the songs that are on it they all have come from my guitar. The reason why that album hasn't dropped, I was so close to dropping it. It just wasn't the vibes that I wanted.
Shut up. You're being rude right now. Cat. There's your next vocalist right there.
I know. So I didn't drop the album because like I said, it didn't have the vibes that I wanted. The producer that was working with me was trying to trap it out. And that's not the sound that I was going for. I was really going for nature. And I get it. I do a lot of hip hop, so a lot of people want to see me in my hip hop, but I feel like I've evolved out of hip hop and I really want to focus on the instruments, the sounds, the kind of sounds. I want to focus on the feelings. And so for Metamorphosis, I wanted more natural sounds, nature sounds. I wanted sounds of fire, crackling, wood, water. I wanted it to be wind chime. So I wanted it to be more on a meditative state.
Okay. I like that.
Something that's going to calm and ease your anxiety. Something that you can put on when you're, ready to go to bed or chill out. You know what I'm saying?
Big time.
However, the producer that was helping me with it was kind of trapping it out. You know what I'm saying?
Hype type shit. This is what the kids are listening to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I'm not trying to follow the trends. That's the one thing that I don't do is I'm not trying to fit in nowhere. I'm not trying to.
You don't need to fit in when you custom made. You don't need to do that.
So, and then this year I was supposed to drop an album in May called Fruition. That didn't happen because life happened. And I try not to get down on myself when things like this happen.
We're going to get into that too.
I have gotten down on myself. I mean, it's part of the process. But then I realized, you know what? I'm actually out here fucking living my life.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying this shit. And it's gonna make some beautiful ass music. I definitely got to take my time with this. My music is not a fast food restaurant.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? This is not just mama's home cooked meal at this point. This is we planting a fucking seed in the ground and we growing a tree.
Organic.
It's organic. And that's the kind of music that I'm after. That's the kind of audience that I'm after. And not just that, those are the type of people that I kick it with, that I want to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hang out with more people that are on that socially, spiritually conscious level that want to evolve as a human species, that we're going to help lift each other up. It's not just about styles, looks, money, all that fucking shallow
artificial shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm
hype
saying?
Piece shit, trending shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, the red rubber boots, them stupid ass boots that motherfuckers was paying $450 for. With no laces, I promise you, when you took your foot out, the shit stank.
Like,
you know
it's cool to like get people turned up. It's cool to get people dancing. But have you even made a hit if you haven't made somebody cry off of your music? Have you ever pulled an emotion out of somebody and made them fucking think?
Go. Okay,
you know
pull an emotion, because my podcast and my comedy does the opposite. I'm gonna have you holding your guts. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have you holding some sides. If you crying, it's because you crying tears of fucking laughter. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I
went to Bombay's one time and there was this band performing and it was only music. There was no vocal performances, no lyrics, nothing. Just straight music.
How many instruments they have?
They had 4 instruments. My ass was in the fucking corner fucking crying. The music had pulled something out of me. I don't know what the fuck kind of note.
It was the frequencies. I was going to ask you about that too.
Had me crying, and I got kind of embarrassed, because I was like, what the fuck? I ain't even know fucking lyrics. She ain't singing about no sad shit. The music doesn't sound sad.
Let me see. There was a harp. There was a guitar. There was a piano. And there was maybe I don't want to say triangle. I'll think about the fourth one. But that harp, though, that can pull some heartstrings. The piano can pull some heartstrings. Even the horns sometimes.
I mean, the guitar just
It it's a string.
Depends on the notes that you hit. So yes.
Damn, I just had a high ass thought real quick though.
When you
crazy
break it down into music theory, there are sad notes, and they actually call those. A lot of people will skip over those notes sometimes because they definitely, they sound sad.
It's a vibration.
They make good notes to make horror movies.
Yeah, it's a frequency thing.
Yeah.
So again. You keep leading up to the question I want to ask you. Are you familiar with frequencies like this?
Of course.
What is your?
Who is not?
What's your? Ooh, don't ask that. There's too many. There's a lot of people that think
the
I'm
one
crazy.
That's always gonna come to mind. Good night. The one that's always going to be at the forefront of my brain is always going to be the 528.
528.
It's always going to be the 528 for me.
528, 432, and 963 for me.
Yeah.
Those are my frequencies right there.
The 528 is always going to be like my go-to frequency, you know. Something else that I do like to teach people is how to align their chakras with their vocals. And so each chakra definitely has a note, and I like to show people. I actually like to do it in group settings too, because you have a more profound experience when you come together as a group and you do these vocal techniques with each other. Because it, like, literally, like, if me and you were to do, like, the chakra vocal techniques, well, what happened is when you start harmonizing, it sounds like there's a third person in the room.
Yeah, it's fucking
with you.
scary.
It's kind of trippy.
It's scary as hell.
I mean, if you're scared of that kind of stuff, or you can embrace it, right? Because that's a beautiful thing. That's what happens, you know. That's why we are that much more powerful when there's more people involved.
You know what fucked me up? What movie I just watched and it fucked me up? Have you seen that movie Elements yet?
I definitely want to see that movie. Definitely want to
watch.
I fucking love cartoons like that.
Like okay, so I waited like 6 months for Souls with Jamie Foxx. I waited forever for that movie to come out.
I haven't finished watching that one yet.
It's beautiful.
I'll finish watching it.
Elements is just as good, if not better, than Souls.
I definitely want to see it. It looks like a cute movie. I love little cartoon movies like that.
Everything aligned up. Like I heard certain frequencies. Like the main frequency that I heard in that movie was 432, and the color purple was everywhere. And I was like, okay, if this isn't some fucking hidden in plain sight shit, I don't know what else to tell people, because it's blue and red coming together. You know what I mean? Because we've been so programmed. If you think about blue and you think about red, the first thing you think about, blue and red is equivalent to black and white. Blue and red is almost equivalent to good and evil.
Those are
it's
primary,
the opposites attract type thing.
Those are primary colors.
When they come together, it makes purple. And purple is... Go look it up, man. Go look it up, y'all. I'm getting deep on y'all.
Speaking of frequencies, to double back on my art and painting, I actually like to play frequencies to my paintings when they're still wet. And I also create resin. So I don't know if you've ever seen an orgone pyramid.
An orgone pyramid. Learn me something.
Okay, so I make these pyramids, and it's not always pyramids. I like to make molds out of silicone. So basically, like, let's say I want to make a mold out of this cup.
Okay.
I would basically, get like a box, and then I would seal the box up and then pour the silicone into the box with the cup in it to make a mold so I could create the cup. Of course, the cup would probably have to be flipped upside down. So you have to, yeah. And it's a lot of math involved. This is why I love art and music, is because I like to geek out on that shit.
Word up.
Anyways, you do have to, like, in order to do stuff like this, to make sure that you have all the products, you do have to, do some math. And all you have to do is just get the volume of the space that you're, creating your... You
about to make me burn sage right now, I swear. I'm about to burn some sage right... Hey, real quick, though. Y'all think I'm playing? Watch me go get one. Watch me. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. Watch me.
Yes, I should have brought one, but I normally play a frequency to the resin before it cures and it hardens. So while the resin is still wet, so it's like this, but this isn't. This is
plain. That's black obsidian.
Yeah, so this is actual obsidian.
Yeah, that's black obsidian. And then I got my baby pyramid over there too.
You know that obsidian's actually see-through if you take a slice of it.
I look at the bottom. A slice is gone. It's around here somewhere, and yes, it is. You hold that shit up to the sun, and
you can see through it.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I love obsidian. Obsidian's really good to have. Actually, I suggest anybody that has Wi-Fi running through to keep the obsidian
next to the router. Look at the...
Just saying. If you have phones anywhere that you're charging your phone in your room, keep the obsidian there. That's actually interesting. One of the prototypes that I'm working on right now is a cell phone case.
An obsidian cell phone case?
Mm-hmm. So that way when your cell phone is in your pocket, the obsidian is actually taking all that frequency and absorbing it. So it's kind of like if
you're not absorbing it.
Your body is not absorbing it. So if you've ever noticed in your house, those plugs, the GFI outlets, you know, it has the 2 prongs and then the one on the bottom.
The 3, yeah.
Yeah, so that third one on the bottom is actually for ground. Back in the day, if, like, let's say lightning was to hit your house, what would happen is it would actually come out of the outlets. So now they added that ground. So if something like that was to happen, it would get grounded. And basically that's what obsidian does. It takes that energy and it grounds it. So, like, you know.
Trying to tell y'all, learn y'all something, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all shoot. Trying to tell y'all, don't get me started on the diet shit. I mean, granted, I'm drinking a little bit of piece of alcohol, but
we gonna jump into that too.
Y'all crazy, too. Man. Y'all be thinking I'll be crazy. I am. Shit, I am.
Shout out to my dad though, because you know when I was young, like ever since I could remember, me and my brother, we used to get pissed off because my dad would keep us in the house. You know, our friends would be knocking on the door. Is Jessica and Derek home? You know, my dad would be like, no, they're busy. But my dad would talk to me and my brother forever about anything. And one thing that my dad did teach me was how to make a circuit board, like to run electricity through it. He would teach me about direct currents, alternating currents. And so shout out to my dad, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to Pops.
You know, he always taught me that intelligence is the way. You know, he would always tell me, like, don't get caught up in these popularity contests that you may see in school. You may even see that in your adult life. Looks will fade. Your intelligence is always gonna stay.
You know what's crazy? That's crazy that you say that. Because that's true. Looks do fade. And you can get so programmed to the point that shit don't fucking matter no more.
No, and everybody will. And the crazy part is people will, they do judge you based off how you look. So if you don't look like how they look, they ain't really fucking with you. But then when you start to actually do something that's beneficial to your life because of your intelligence, then they won't fuck with you. It's kind of crazy. But until then,
I'll tell you what, man. There's been, like, back in the day, right? There's been that one girl that's like, ugh. But then 6 months, a year, 2 years, 4 years, like, you know what? I mean, I guess she all right. You know, I mean, a lot can happen in 4 years. But we get so programmed to where we get so used to someone that we would never go for. We're like, all right, I think I would. You know, I think I might give that person
and that's
a shot.
Program, though. That's a program. That's a program that we learn from watching TV. It's a program that we learn from movies, our parents, what we see, what we think we like. And I mean, it's just all about discovery. You know what I'm saying? We discover what clicks with us and what don't, what works and you know what I'm saying. So
okay, trip out on this, and I can almost guarantee you I know the answer to this.
Okay.
When was the last time you had a conversation like this, and what is this conversation doing for your mental health right now?
Expanding my mental health and my awareness.
And when was the last time you had a conversation like this?
I would say maybe a couple of weeks ago.
I can tell.
You know, with my homegirl.
I can tell.
We just like,
was this right before life happened?
It always is, okay, right? Yep. I always, you know, hit
you
my homegirls. You in your
element right now.
Man, I always hit my homegirls up and we'll start a regular ass conversation and then it always goes somewhere else. But we always end up pulling what is needed out of that conversation. So just recently, today, if we really want to get into it, before I came here, every Wednesday, I actually do senior exercises. So, bring out the senior community and we'll do like some stretches, some upper arm workouts, something to help keep them active. And then at the end of it, I end it with a breathing technique and a meditation. And so that's actually why I was late today.
Yeah, I remember.
Because we was like really in a deep ass conversation.
I was late too.
In the midst of this conversation, I realized that everything that I have been going through these past couple of days with my emotions, with just life, I realized that because I've been going through this, I started to recognize that my capacity for compassion and empathy has grown. And now I have more space for understanding other people, for being able to listen to other people, and to have more patience with people because of the things that have recently been going through.
Okay, so with that being said, how do you protect yourself from other people's negative energy or just energy that can anchor you, if that makes sense?
Love. It's hard sometimes, and you have to fucking fight your ego. So, somebody can get on your fucking nerves. You don't like somebody, they irk you for whatever reason. I feel like the best thing to do, I actually did this a couple of days ago with some things that were bothering me just out of nowhere. Sometimes I don't know if it's psychic attacks or I'm just overthinking, right? But these people came to mind, and it was just some people that I just felt like they wasn't fucking with me like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? Who cares if they not fucking with me? That don't mean that I don't fuck with them.
There we go. Okay,
that don't
good.
mean that I can't send love out to that person.
Right.
That I can't send peace out to that person. So at that moment, I just started naming off anybody that I felt like didn't like me, that I had tension with, anybody that came up that was in my negative. Everybody has a group of people or a set of people or just some people that you feel some kind of negativity towards. You a human. So what I do is I will literally send them love, and I'll be like, you know what?
Yeah,
I love you. I love you. And I'm just going to put that out there. Like, I love you. I have nothing but love for you. And not only are you giving that person love, but you're actually giving yourself that love. You know what I'm saying? You're filling yourself up, and you're filling your space with love. Because when you start getting by yourself and you start overthinking, you have all these negative thoughts about what you think other people think about you, that shit will ruin the fuck out of you. And then you done polluted your space with all this negative energy and frequencies. So yeah.
Because of them.
Yeah. But is it because of them? Or is it because of you? You know what I'm saying? Your boat got a hole in it. You gonna patch it up?
She preaching, y'all.
You gonna patch it up?
She preaching.
Or you gonna just pour the water out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
only way you lose is if you beat yourself. Only way you lose is if you beat yourself.
So you either gonna let it in, or you gonna patch up whatever you need to patch up, and recognize your feelings. Don't feel bad because you don't feel A1 all the time. That's not realistic. I mean, it's good to feel good, to feel confident, but it's also okay to feel your emotions. I feel like the more that you try to suppress your emotions, not think about them, put a fucking Band-Aid on it, and you don't try to heal it, that shit gonna come back. Yeah, that shit, it gonna come back. Don't trip.
When did you learn this about yourself?
It's a constant learning for me. There was actually a time in 2013 and 14, I felt like I was on top of the world as an artist.
Yeah.
I felt like I was on top of the world. 2015, I won Best Female Artist of Ventura County. I started getting a little buzz around my name. I was in the limelight. A lot of people know me out here. And then after that, I was around the wrong people that they just wanted to get a buzz out for their name too. So I was letting people in my life that they didn't care about my mental health or well-being. All they cared about was they were going to be around me. So that means that people are going to fuck with them too. Or they were kind of in like this competition and race of, ooh, who's going to be famous first and who could, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit took the fun out of music for me. And for a while, kind of had a trauma around music. So anytime people would be like, oh, when are you dropping your new? I just would get like, oh, like cringe. I'd be like, I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about music right now, you know? So I think that's where it started for me. There was like this fucking huge ass wound. And I just realized that I was around the wrong people. I just wasn't compatible with them. I was giving too many chances to people, and that's when I had to start buckling up and start protecting myself from certain people, because not only will people come into your life and take your energy, but then you'll start noticing that characteristics that you have rip off on them, and then now they're going and like they're moving forward with their life, but what they don't realize is that it's because they took a piece of your energy.
Energy vampires.
So once you cut that supply off, then that their little supply that they got from you, I'm just saying, it's gonna run out soon. So
okay, so now that you said that, right? Now that you said that, my next question to you is, when did you realize that saying no can be beneficial for you?
Man, saying no is the fucking best thing ever. Let's practice it. No. No, but for reals, the shout out to Jennifer Benitez. Me and her had a dope ass conversation last year, and she said, lack of setting boundaries is a little girl game. And that shit hit it for me. She was like, you have to learn how to set boundaries. You cannot be a yes woman all the time. You can't be a yes man. So yeah, it's okay to set boundaries, because what is going to happen, your value is going to go up.
Booyah! Yep.
Your value is going to go up. Your stock is going to go up. That's what the fuck is going to happen.
Yeah, when you set a time, like, yo, look, hey, Realquicctho Podcast is closed from 2 p.m. or from 2 a.m. to whenever I say.
When I was running my food business, that's exactly how it was. I was like, I set these hours. This is my business. This is how I want it ran. These are my boundaries. These are my restrictions.
Okay, what kind of food are we talking?
Ooh, lumpia, fried rice, pancit.
Yeah, you Filipino.
Yes, and it was actually fusion. So I would take some, African American recipes too. Fried chicken. Or I would take cornbread and chicken adobo, because chicken adobo and cornbread, they just pair so well. You put some of that
chicken, potatoes, and cornbread.
You put some of that, what we call it, what you call broth, we call sabaw. Put some sabaw. You dip that cornbread in the sabaw. It's
okay,
fire.
so I got a little Filipino family, okay?
Okay.
A little bit. Tagalog.
My mom's native tongue is Ilocano.
Ilocano.
My native tongue was Ilocano as well until Mount Pinatubo erupted. We ended up in the States, and because my mom's trying to get her citizenship and learn English, she did not speak a lot of Ilocano in the house. And because I was also my brother and I were going to American school, we spoke English most of the time, and also trying to teach my mom.
One of my best friends, full-blown Filipino. His mom, full-blown accent.
My mom too.
Yeah? Okay, yeah. I was going to say, does your mom or your grandparents have that full-blown accent? Because
every time I get in trouble, Allah, Jessica, you do it again.
Justin. Justin, I told you, Justin. I not giving Julius rides no more, Justin. But see if he wants some watermelon.
I'm not fucking playing with you. Sometimes when I talk, I actually hear my mom's voice. It trips me out.
Does it come out when you're mad or does it come out when you get excited?
A little bit of both. Sometimes I have to stop talking because I'll be like, did you hear that?
Oops. Hey, so I've met them a couple times. They've been to the majority of the events. They've been to Black in Business. They're everywhere. I actually ran into the husband. I want to say his name was like Ronnie or something, but it's the Olympia food truck.
Oh, yes. Masarap.
There we go.
Yes. Okay.
I'm trying to get them on here too.
Yes. Shout out to Masarap Lumpia. Phyllis is the homegirl. I absolutely love Phyllis. So let me tell you why I absolutely adore her. When I started my food business, I didn't even know, I didn't really do too much research when I started my food business, as far as researching other Filipino businesses that were out there. And the reason for that was because I wasn't starting my business to just start a business. I was starting a business out of survival. I needed to pay rent. I was living by myself. And
be like that.
I had to pay a car note.
I'm about to start making grilled cheese sandwiches on the corner right here.
My 9-to-5 job was not cutting it. And so I actually had to make food on the weekends, and it worked out. I was making like $1,000 to $1,200 in 2 days on the weekend. And it was supplying me enough money to contribute to rent. And so everybody kept telling me like, oh, you need to hit up Masarap Lumpia. But I kept hearing the name Dinah. Hit up Dinah. I didn't know that there was sisters involved. However, I met Phyllis, and Phyllis, she has just been so encouraging with my entire journey when it comes to food, art, music, and putting together events in the community. She has been so uplifting, and I was not expecting that. If you don't know, like, sometimes, man, the Filipino community can get real cutthroat, real competitive, and ain't nobody out here trying to help you. Everybody's just out there for their own, trying to benefit. Nobody wants to support other people's businesses. Nobody wants to promote other people's businesses. That's how cutthroat sometimes the industry just get. But with Phyllis, she has always been super supportive, always checking in on me. I absolutely love her. She's dope.
Shout out to Phyllis.
Yeah, shout out to Phyllis. She makes some dope ass. My favorite product from her is her ube brownies. Those ube brownies is busting, okay?
Hey, well, hook us up here at the Realquicctho Podcast. I want some brownies. I got a sweet tooth. I love me some brownies.
Are bomb. Shoot. Right. And so I felt like with her, there's never been competitiveness. It's always been, we always create community instead of competitiveness.
Okay, so that's what I've been noticing. And the first two women that actually kind of like reached out and was really down to help me with the movement that I got going with all of this was Denise Carter and Alanette.
Shout out to my sister Alanette. Shout out to Denise Carter. Yes.
So how did y'all get connected? How did you and Alanette get connected?
Ooh, so I've always...
Everybody love her.
Everybody's known Alanette. I've always known of Alanette because I used to work with KNS Rockstar, and I would be at their events. I remember actually there was one night that... yeah, I was... This was back when they were KNS Rockstar, before they were the 90s babies. They were making their own original music, which is dope. I really hope one day that they continue back to their original music. I'm just a fan of original music. I don't mind covers. And Ki and Soki, I love y'all, but I absolutely love y'all original music. But anyways, so let me get back to my story. We was in Oxnard. They had an event. They were performing. I think they were opening up for Eric Billinger.
Okay, yeah, that's fire.
Yeah. And I remember Ki was like, hey, can you ask Alanette something. And I just kind of looked at Ki like, Alanette don't know me like that. You can't just jump on somebody's stage and just start ordering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I already know how that is. If I was an MC and some random ass person came up to me, I'll be looking at them like
excuse you.
Who the fuck are you, first of all? And so,
what work you put in down here?
That was my first encounter with Alanette. I was, doing a favor for Kia, and I was trying to ask her something. Of course, the music is like hell loud, and she was looking at me like, huh?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, big time.
Which I was expecting that reaction. And then after that, there was one summer that I had a dream. I was on the phone with Alanette, and we weren't even talking. We was just on the phone listening to each other. It was
that sounds like the first week of a relationship where it's like, we're just
gonna
fall asleep on the phone together type shit.
I hit up Alanette and I was like, look, I don't know if this means anything to you, but I had a dream. We were just on the phone and we wasn't even talking about anything, and the very first time that I've actually worked with Alanette is when I was putting together the 2020 Juneteenth. So I am highly involved with the community as far as it used to be BAPAC, which is the Black American Political Association of California.
Okay.
So they actually turned from BAPAC into the Juneteenth Committee, and that was chaired by brought together by Don Montgomery, rest in peace. He was like a really great mentor who got me into the community. But in 2020, I was trying to keep Juneteenth together, especially in the wake of,
COVID,
the George Floyd and all the protests that were going on. So I was like, we have to have a Juneteenth. But I didn't want to be disrespectful to my elders. So what I did was I created New Gen Juneteenth. So they wouldn't get any backlash from the city for me throwing an event without permits. You know what I'm saying? So in 2020, I went ahead and I put Juneteenth together, the New Gen Juneteenth. And we put that shit together in like a week. And Alanette was like, I got you. We're going to be there, A. Sarah, the DJ, shout out to A. Sarah.
Yeah.
She suggested that we do it at Lions Park. We normally actually have Juneteenth at the Oxnard Plaza Park. But she was like, yeah, you guys should do it there because that's where most of the Black community is. It's right there behind the OPAC. So, I took her word for it and I didn't even really like scope the place out until like, maybe 3 days before.
Damn.
That place was such a mess that I actually had to organize the community to actually help me pick up trash. It was so bad. There was like human feces. There was,
Damn.
You know
this
what I'm saying?
Park?
Like this was at Lions Park.
Yeah, I heard some things about Lions Park.
Dirty ass needles, and of course you can see the trap boys kicking it. You know what I'm saying? You can see the shit. It's in plain sight. The cops don't even roll by there.
Did they hold you down though? Like when they saw something positive, was everybody like, all right?
Yeah,
let's
they
do
actually,
this.
yeah. So the people that was holding down the block, they actually donated drinks and beverages and some food. We actually had free Filipino spaghetti. We had free gumbo that we were handing out to the community, free watermelons, free strawberries. Alanette actually she was the host. So this is like my first time working with Alanette. And she had just came back from Sacramento and she made watermelon lime juice.
Oh shit. Okay.
Or watermelon limeade. That shit was fire.
So when's the next one? Damn it.
So the Juneteenth committee organizes Juneteenth every year. It's every Juneteenth. So it's going to be the third, I believe it's like the third Saturday of June. So they just had one this past year. I was not involved in it this year or last year. Last year, I really needed to take a hiatus. So I made an oath to myself not to put or organize any events. Last year was dedicated to me. This year, is still dedicated to me.
Hey, talk that shit.
I did put an event together. It
It's
was
okay
an
to be
all-women
selfish
event.
sometimes.
Yeah, you have to be
Shoot.
selfish, man. It's going to be my mental health above everything. But yeah, there's a lot of, after, this whole COVID and the George Floyd instance that had happened, I have noticed a rise in Juneteenth committees and people wanting and showing interest in Juneteenth that I've never seen all of the years that I've been doing Juneteenth. And I've actually been organizing the Art Walk for Juneteenth since 2013. Trying to get the Black community out. It's kind of hard to get people out, to get people involved. And so with the wake of George Floyd, I definitely did see an incline and an increase in people's interest in Juneteenth. And I'm very thankful for that, because for the longest we were celebrating this day and now it's a federal holiday.
Yeah, cause I tell you what, hey, Jenna 6 is next. I need that one too.
Which one?
Jenna 6.
I'm trying to take over all of June. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No games around here. we could fucking battle. We could rap battle.
But
you ever rap battle? You ever battled somebody with lyrics?
I have battled somebody with lyrics, but that's another reason why I kind of got out of doing hip hop music. It just became so competitive.
Yeah, crab in the bucket time. Oh, I'm shitting on these
and
niggas,
I just wasn't. Look, I love music. I absolutely love music, and I'm more of, wanting to create things from scratch. I geek out on this kind of things. And for me, music is a science at the end of the day. And that's my lab, you know what I'm saying? So as much as I love writing lyrics, I absolutely love sounds and different kinds of sounds. Like, I'm the kind of person that I'll drop an empty can of Pringles on the ground and
like,
how
oh shit!
I'll
Wait,
be
do
like,
it again.
what?
Do it again. Hold on. Get the phone. Record that shit. Hold on.
Exactly.
Oh, got it.
Exactly.
Speed it up. Slow it down.
Exactly.
Put some reverb on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Everything. I just love sound. So like, I could be in the middle, dead ass in the middle of a conversation with somebody, and a unique sound will pop off, and I'll be like, "Can you be quiet?"
Hey, flick that cup one more time. Flick. No, just.
I'll be
flick
like,
it.
"What was that? Can you do that again?"
Flick it. No, not with the index. The middle. Flick it. You got nails or no nails? You got nails? Okay, yeah. Flick that.
I just absolutely love sound. So, how sound comes together and how you can make people feel with it. That's just how powerful it is. I love lyrics. Don't get me wrong, but it's one thing when you rap about being the best, and then it's another thing to embody.
I don't even rap, but I could do that.
And it's another thing to embody it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
So as a producer, when do you know a beat is finished?
Wow. I guess a beat's never really finished if you think about it. And let me tell you why. Because the beat will be finished to you.
Subjective. Yep.
But then somebody else be like, yo, this beat is fire. Let me chop it up and sample this shit. Or, I know I smell that fire.
Hey, real quick though, I
smell that fire.
I knew I wasn't caught.
I smell fire.
What you want to do?
I'm down. I'm down.
Okay, because I'm over here.
I'm down.
Holding in coughs.
I'm down.
We're gonna take the mic with us. We're taking the mic with us. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you mind?
Pass
you mind
the Dutch
donating,
on the left
ma'am?
Hand side. Pass the Dutch on the left
Excuse me,
hand
ma'am.
side.
Thank you, ma'am. I knew it was something. I fucking found the culprit. Okay?
Dude.
I found.
Just for the record, his wife has the cutest fucking laugh. Dude, she's so dope.
I found the culprit, ladies and gentlemen. You thought what you think this was around here? You thought we was I'm over here. I'm holding in coughs like COVID is at the peak right now. You see I'm over you
I just hear you giggling
Shoot.
in the background.
I was just about to take a shower.
Shoot, I'm just saying though, like we ain't. I like this. I ain't never did. I'm not looking at my own camera. Yeah. Get back.
You can make a music video. That's what we should do.
I probably could. I just never. I've never done it. I've never attempted it. I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to begin.
If you know how to make a podcast, I'm sure your ass knows how to make a music video.
Oh, I can promise you, I'll figure it out. Easy call. I'll figure that out. Easy call. But what we about to do, because now that I stood up, and I've been low key drinking for. Well, I didn't even drink that much. You know what? For you, Jalen 805. I don't really smoke, but you know, fuck it.
Yeah. So then, I feel like as an artist, I've been having this issue with
I got a cool
my
smoke face?
name
Hold on.
for the longest. So I've been thinking about changing Jalen.
To what?
I don't know yet, but I was even thinking about changing my artist name and not even telling anybody. So when this new music pop out, nobody's gonna even know it was me.
Hey, real quick though. That was AI real quick though that did that. That wasn't the real life real quick though. That was AI. This was artificially intelligenced video footages that you're looking at. And the voice has been also modified by artificial intelligence. Okay? That is my what do you call it? Parental advisory / shit, I don't fucking know. I'm just talking shit. But we're gonna be right back.
Yeah, because I
Because
have to go to the bathroom.
I gotta pee. And we back. Just like that. We went outside and we fucking breathed.
Yeah, we did a DMT breathing technique.
Yeah, because the AI me. No, not even AI me. The AI, I don't even know what to call that. It was the AI that did it. I didn't do it.
I'm HI, higher intelligence. That's right.
Even when she's not rapping, she's spitting bars.
That's
That was
right.
crazy. She said artificial, not I.
Hi.
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 Ha. She won't stop doing the bars.
Hi.
Hi.
Higher intelligence. Hello.
So, marriage.
Oh, yes.
That's you.
So,
You're a married woman.
yes,
Was it everything you dreamed of?
It is everything that I dreamed of. We didn't have a big
I mean,
wedding
the proposal.
yet. The proposal, yes. Actually, it is everything that I dreamed of.
What happened? Where did it happen? How did it happen? How long did it take?
It happened in Ventura. We had just moved into our new spot right there off of Thompson and Junipero. Brand new apartments. They were just built.
Flex on them.
They were just built that year. Actually, they had just finished that building, that apartment I was in. They just finished it that month. And we moved in December 30th. Like, all
Oh,
of
shit,
our
that's
stuff.
a Christmas present.
Yeah. So, well, we actually moved in December 26th, but we finished moving everything in and getting like the spot all set up.
That's a Christmas present.
We got everything like all, kind of chill, got the bed going, and he had been, I guess, planning this for a while. So in our
real
place,
quick though, look at her face. Look at her.
our place
She's
had
glowing.
our place had high ceilings, and so the high ceilings, of course, they have vaulted ceilings.
ceilings. Yeah,
When I say high ceilings, I'm saying like these ceilings were probably like 25, 30 feet up.
not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah. So we were in a studio loft. So basically you walk in, it's the kitchen, and then it's a living room. And the living room is like 20 feet long by like 12, 13 feet. There's
Okay.
a spiral staircase to the right side. So you go up the spiral staircase and it's in this loft area. Again, this place is like 20 feet by 10 feet. So we had our bed that looks out, and this loft has these tall ass windows. So when you like look out the window, you know, you see nature. It looked dope as fuck. And around this time, it was raining. And if it's one thing that anybody knows about me, I fucking love rain.
Window pane.
I love fog. I love cloudy weather. So I just especially love the rain. It was just perfect, you know, how the rain was hitting the window and we had the lights off. And he had just gotten these new candles. He, like I said, he had the shit planned out.
Okay, hey, real quick though, what nationality is he? I need to know.
He's Italian.
He's Italian.
Yes, he's Italian.
Okay.
And he had these
Them Italians,
he
man.
had these candles that had these wooden wicks, and so when you light it up, you can hear the crackling. It sounds like a campfire. And so he had two, you know, on each side.
Take notes, y'all.
And we were just chilling, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to give you your other Christmas present." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so, you know,
As if the fucking spot wasn't enough.
So we're like, you know, again, chilling. And there's a brand new ass bed too, by the way, fucking king size bed. We had to cop flex. And
was there alcohol involved?
No, there was no alcohol. We were both sober.
Authenticity.
Yeah, I was definitely sober that day too. And we're, you know, laying on the bed, and he gives me this like bag. You know, I take the box out, and of course, like any girl would be thinking like, oh my gosh, is this an engagement ring? But at the same time, you like, I don't want to think like that either, because you never know.
You don't want to let yourself down for a high
earrings,
expectation.
It can be a necklace. You don't know what it is. And so I open it, and it's this big ass opal ring with 2 diamonds, and I guess it's an interpretation of an artist, their interpretation of a butterfly.
Okay.
And so it looks so dope. And so I'm just looking at it, and that's when he pops the question. Now, of course, I said yes, because that's my boo right there. I absolutely adore him. I love how he did it, because we're very private people. And with the wedding, it's going to be a very intimate setting. We are not trying to have it be all big and extravagant.
I just want one piece of cake.
Yeah. We're trying to actually make the wedding very chill. Like, I'm talking about, like, what am I trying to say? Those summer dresses type of chill.
Yeah.
You
Hawaii
know what I'm
type shit.
Like, I don't want everybody in a suit and tie. I don't want everybody.
Yeah, you don't want everybody all fucking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4
you know
and
what I'm
5,
saying?
6,
Fucking
7. Nah, fuck that.
Hair all crazy done up. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be natural. I want people to just be real, be themselves, feel comfortable. I want people to be relaxed. I don't want people to be like all uptight. The food that we're going to be serving, we're going to have it's like a Filipino
Italian, my favorite food, for the record.
Okay, so I definitely want to add in some Italian dishes in there too, but basically, you know, I'm Filipino, so we like to eat with our hands, and I want to have a setup where it's going to be on banana leaves, and it's just all the food all sprawled out. And basically, you know, if you want to eat with your hands, you can eat with your hands. I'm still going to give people the option to eat with plates.
Utensils like fucking
you know
peasants.
what I'm saying? But we're going to be eating with our hands. I definitely I don't know where the location's going to be, but I thought it would be cool to have a Jell-O fight.
A jungle fight?
A Jell-O fight.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be fun?
What?
To just have a Jell-O
Hell,
fight.
are you kidding me? I'm fucking
wouldn't
smacking
that
the
be
shit
dope?
out of my girl with a Jell-O shot.
Just have a Jell-O fight.
That's funny.
I just want this to be chill for everybody. I don't want everybody to be so serious.
Wait,
you know
so
what I'm
that I
saying?
just got my invite. I don't know about y'all. Hey, young boss. Hey, YBL Clothing, official sponsor of the show. We have just been invited. I'm getting my piece of cake, and I'm eating all the fucking chicken Alfredo I want with no chicken though. Damn, that's dope. Like,
yes.
You know, I know it's real because, again, look at you. You can't even stop smiling. He's like, oh my God.
So the first date, me and him we've known each other since 2013 via like social media and because me and him, we run around the same clique. Big hip hop artist back in 2013.
He make music too.
He does.
Okay.
He does make music. He makes beats. I have yet to hear him rap. We
ain't gonna drop his name because I don't need y'all bitches out here. Like,
you know what I'm saying? But
Mr.
no, he makes some dope ass jazzy ass hip hop beats.
I was listening to jazz earlier today.
Yo,
no
like
bullshit.
his beats are so fucking dope. Like, what the fuck? Where's my phone at?
Hey, yeah, play that. Let's do it. Wait, you got an aux on your phone or no?
No, I don't.
You got an iPhone?
No, it's a C.
Oh shit. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make
How
it
much
work.
battery I got? I don't have a lot of battery, but in the meantime,
Hey.
this nigga sound like Plies, low-key.
Mr. Dirty South, you don't want none. Hey. I'll be busting like a shotgun. I'll serve that man. Roughest man standing.
This shit go.
Yeah, I'm number one. You wanna see me fall from the top? Come and get you some champ.
Thought this was game round here.
Hey. Oh wait, and then I was gonna come in. I normally come in when I'm doing that live. Sometimes at the end, I'll just do some random ass shit.
That shit is hard, okay? That shit had me like, my girl was grocery shopping. Oh shit. Oh.
So this is a beat that he made right here.
What? I ain't gonna start rapping. I swear I'm not.
He's fucking dope.
Look at her shit. Look at her face. Oh my god, that's my man. That's my man.
It's because I absolutely love his personality too. Because he's not like get up all in your face type of person. He's very.
Hey, less is more. You
yeah,
don't have to do all that.
he's very reserved. He is the kind of person that he'll step into a room and had listened to every single conversation. So if we were to go out somewhere and then leave, he would know what every single person in that room was talking about. So he would probably know.
He nosy now.
He would like know, like, okay, he really feels the vibe of the room. And then not just that, like when he does,
check every
when
time.
he does talk, people will like, they get quiet because he don't talk a lot. So when he does talk, people be like,
oh, he's one of those.
yeah,
what's his sign?
He's a Pisces.
Fucking god damn it.
He's a Pisces.
Damn it, man.
He's a Pisces.
Fucking never fails. Look. I speak for every Pisces in the world when I say we underrated, okay?
Yeah, he's
we
a
underrated.
Pisces.
You see it.
He is just.
When's his birthday?
His birthday is February 28th.
Get the fuck out of here.
When's your birthday?
February 24th.
Oh, that's crazy.
Guess when my daughter's birthday is?
February 28th.
8th.
What?
My best friend, his birthday, February 24th.
That's crazy.
Guess when his daughter's birthday is?
The 28th. That's good. Trip the fuck out. Drops mic. Yo, but okay, so let me tell you about the date he took me on. Okay. Like I said, we've known each other since
Look, this is some high shit right here.
we.
This is what people do when they're high. This is what people do when they're high.
We have been talking since 2013, but we have not ever actually dated. He finally asked me out on a date 2020. It was just perfect timing, okay? So we go out on a date. Actually, our anniversary is July 18th. That's the first date that we've ever had.
Holy shit. That just passed.
That was
yesterday.
It was yesterday.
See how the universe be playing with me? I'm telling you, the universe don't play with me.
So I wasn't sure what he, had planned out, but we go to this spot. It's like by the beach, like you can see the ocean. It's this grassy area. He just has he pulls his blanket out, and of course he has like the Pellegrino. He has some fruit.
Shit.
He had
fruit.
This is before charcuterie came out, right?
Pisces and
And he already had. He had the prosciutto, the cheese. It was very light eating, but it was a filling. It was good.
It was
and
satisfying.
It was
That's the
satisfying.
word.
It was perfect.
Mhm.
We were just right there chilling, eating. And then he laid down and I just laid down next to him and we fucking fell asleep. Bro.
Good.
We fucking took a nap. And
Wow.
that was the day that I was like, you know what? I'm not interested in nobody. Like, this is what I want. Like, I'm able to just like chill. Like, I felt comfortable. Man, so after that, like, a lot
The
of
rest
was
history.
It was. I just knew it. Like, he's a really good person. I love his heart. He's very nice. And he's definitely a cat dad. He, like, loves cats. So I decided to surprise him with 2 cats when he came home from work one time. He had 2 little kittens, but he's an amazing person. So I could brag about him all day.
I got a cat surprise, but I was far from happy. I was like, man, because look, first she comes home with turtles. No, turtle tank stank. Okay. Hashtag turtle tank stank.
Turtle tank stank.
You know what I mean? Then she comes home
Smell like your breath.
that shit crazy. You know what I mean? It smell like the back of a kneecap.
Every time somebody's breath stink, hashtag turtle tank stank.
That might be the name of this episode. Turtle tank stank. Nah,
You got cotton mouth. You got turtle tank
Mm,
stank.
Man, you've been smoking that turtle tank stank OG. Turtle tank, smoking that turtle tank. What you smoking that
Turtle tank stank.
that TTS OG,
You know
my
that
boy.
turtle tank stink.
That turtle tank stank. How you spell stank? STNCKKKCCK. With a silent C. But fuck, I forgot.
I know.
What the fuck I was talking about.
It's too late.
I forgot what the fuck I was
I
talking about. What
forgot
time
what
is
you
it?
was talking about.
What are we doing? It is
Oh
11:56.
snap!
Ooh, hold on, somebody text me. Phone check time. This is the segment of the show where we check our phones and we see who checked on us. In the meantime, we are gonna go ahead and we're gonna run this shit. Oh shit! I said run it back, rewind.
Run it back, rewind. Something on my mind.
Okay, let's see. We got text messages.
Okay, so who is your favorite artist? Who are you listening to right now?
Favorite artist all time?
Yeah. Okay.
Favorite artist of all time.
Who are you listening to right now? You jump in your car right now. We about to go to the store. Who you bumping?
Okay, so as of right now, this very second, if I jump in my car right now and just let my phone connect to the Bluetooth, Nipsey's playing.
Okay.
Matter of fact, oh no, I can't play it because I'm gonna get cut off. But if I had to go search some music up to listen to for that long ride, as of right now, I'm putting Lil Baby.
Okay.
Lil Baby, he says all that shit that I like. You know what I mean? Like he says some real shit, and that's what I'm all about. Nipsey, the thing that got me with Nipsey was that he literally spoke my life, and it scared the shit out of me. It scared the fuck out of me. And what really scared the shit out of me was that I would have dreams of his music, and I would hear his music before the shit even dropped. And I've never told anybody this shit before. Because if I say it, they're going to
It'll
think
be
I'm
like,
crazy.
yeah. No, I feel that.
Like, okay, I remember it was the album specifically, Mailbox Money. That album specifically, I heard that whole album before it even came out in my dreams. I swear, I can't even make
That's
this shit
crazy. That's happened to me before, where I hear music in my dreams, and it's weird. It's like familiar. Sometimes it follows me into this lifetime, but like some of the music that I hear in my dreams, I still haven't found that artist, or I don't know. Maybe it's a track I'm supposed to work on.
It might be you.
It might be my music. It might be my music.
But yeah, this nigga right here, he sound like Pastor Troy and Plies had a baby. Pause.
Hand down, Mr. Bird, stepping your mind. I'll be busting like a shotgun. I learned that man. Roughest man standing. A
Bitch.
I take off. So I remember when I wrote this song. I actually wrote this song in a hurry. I was invited to perform at Kings of the 805. Shout out to the FND crew. But yeah, I was performing for Kings of 805, and I needed to get some tracks ready. I didn't feel confident in the tracks that I did have. So I had this beat, and I actually hurried up and I wrote something to it, memorized the lyrics in like 3 days. I don't know why I do this shit. I do this shit to myself all the time. Where
Pressure makes diamonds.
I will have an event, and I don't want to perform the music that I do have. So I will create something new just for that event. So
You're
sometimes
your biggest critic.
I will like take a couple of days to work on a song, and I'll try to memorize it and then perform it the same day. And sometimes, I'll forget lyrics in the middle of my performance.
It's natural.
But it's all good because after that, you'll memorize that shit. So don't be too hard on yourself.
So I listened to your newest. Well, what I know as far as to my knowledge, I listened to your newest shit. I saw your latest video. You're very nature oriented.
I love nature. I mean, I love nature. However, right now I'm going through a really crazy change in my life where if I don't go outside in nature, I get really bad anxiety.
You ever tried grounding?
Yeah, that's why I have to go out in nature. And I have to be out in nature. It's crazy because if I don't, I start feeling disconnected from myself. And that's when I start to spiral and shit just gets kind of crazy for me. And then when I am back out in nature, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I cannot.
It's a Zen thing.
It's weird. Like I cannot go too long without being in nature because that shit will fuck me up.
Yeah, I'm with you there. For me, it's the sun. I need the sun. Like I will go out in the sun, 98 degrees, no shirt on in my backyard, and just hit that bench. Just hit that bench and get buff on these hoes. Oh fuck, that was gonna be my podcast challenge for you. Every time you had a flex, you have to say on these hoes.
On these hoes.
Okay. This goes back to where you the humble thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That goes back. That's what it was. That's what I was forgetting. Every flex that you had, you gotta say on these hoes. So
on these hoes.
Like when you said you was the hottest in 2013, you got
on
voted
these hoes. On these hoes. On these hoes.
On these hoes. So every yeah, that shit.
We gonna get a couple of those in so he can edit that in.
On
these hoes.
That's a soundbite right there. That's funny.
Yes.
All right. So I know you got this. Fuck, man.
I know. We have so much to discuss. Like
this is my least favorite part of the show.
Okay.
And I know it took us a while to get together. Mm-hmm. But I can promise you, now that you're here, now that you got to experience it, and I'm not to knock no other podcast, but I haven't seen you this comfortable on anybody else's shit. So I'm pretty sure the next time I have you on, it'll be at the snap of a finger. Shit, I hope so. On these hoes. You know what I'm saying?
On these hoes. Thanos style.
So I need you to plug yourself because believe it or not, my channel is it gets bigger by the day.
Absolutely.
And it is one of the bigger channels in the 805. And I say that humbly. I'm not trying to knock nobody.
Hoes.
You know what I'm saying? On these hoes. So plug yourself. Let us know where we can find you. Let us know where we can find your music. Let us know what you got coming up next. And, all that.
All of that. My name is Jaylyn. You can find me on IG, TikTok at 805 Jaylyn. If you type in 805 Jaylyn in the Google search bar, I'm sure I'm going to pop up on these hoes.
Yeah.
You can find my music on YouTube. Gimme and I Rise is on there, and that's going to be J.Lynn. Again, the music videos is going to be Gimme and I Rise. You can also find me on SoundCloud. It's going to be www.soundcloud.com/Yeska Sweet. That's going to be YESKAHSWEET on these motherfucking hoes. Okay?
On these motherfucking hoes.
On
bro.
these hoes. Yeah.
Well, this has been another beautiful. No. We ain't even like that. Hold on. We need to end it together. We taking off.
We take off.
So,
It's not a fault. We don't get
like
caught.
I was saying,
No.
this has been another beautiful addition to the channel. Real quick though, the beautiful J-Lynn has blessed us with her presence. She's blessed us with her music. She has blessed us with her perspective. All right.
Thank you.
She has blessed us with her energy.
Thank you for letting me come up on here and be myself. And, you know, just chill. This is what I do every day. This is my life.
Yeah, quiz. Y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. You know what I mean? You can't fall if you don't trip. Peace.
We take off, keep up, or get low, can't catch up. It's not our fault, we don't get caught because we take off.
Have you heard Gimme yet?